Very pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to Big Stone Television. Today is a very special day and one of the biggest live Big Stone is ever going to do. Today we're going to be talking about the Marcus Garvey One Destiny concert, which is going to be held on October 20th, 2024 at the National Arena starting at 5 o'clock. But before we go into it, watch this commercial. Again, when the Marcus Garvey School Foundation present One Destiny concert Sunday, October 20th at the National Arena, featuring artists like Beanie Man, Cesar Kalanji, Queen Ifrika, Nesbeth, Jashi, Bongo Herman, Candy Isaac, Jem Myers, Luton Fire, Nana EQ, DJ Power, Backing Band Fab 5. Admission general $8,500, VIP $10,500. Now, if you get your ticket early at the early bird special, the general admission would only cost you $6,500 and the VIP would cost you $9,000. Now remember, showtime is 5 p.m. Don't miss it. All proceeds support the Marcus Garvey in School Foundation. Thank you. You've heard it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to have in the studio, live and direct, all the way out of New York, the second and only son of our first national and only international hero, Dr. Julius Garvey. Greetings, Dr. Garvey. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, Big Stone. Good to see you. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for making it. I know you're extremely busy, Doc, so thank you so much for being here. And also, my other guest is Major Retired Effiom Whyte, who is the chairman of the Marcus Garvey in School Foundation. Major Effiom Whyte, how are you?
Very well, Big Stone, my little brother. Very happy to be here with you, and I'm happy to see Dr. Garvey.
Of course, and as you know, the entire world is watching us as we speak. Now, tell us, before we get to Dr. Garvey, tell us a little bit about this great initiative of Marcus Garvey in school. I know it's long overdue. It should have been done many years ago as promised by other ministers, but better late than never. Here we are. Tell us a little bit about the struggles and the journey.
Well, as you know, Big Stone, you know, the remains of Right Excellent Marcus Garvey came back to Jamaica as far back as 1964. And yes, we always spoke about, the teachings, but it never materialized. And we find in our small group of Marcus Garvey Schools Foundation that empirical evidence shows that kids at 5 years old, they're like sponges and they learn very fast. So we decided we would start with the 5-year-olds. So in October of 2021, we provided or we crafted the curricula and lesson plans, and these were developed for the preschoolers. During this preparatory stage, the aunties, as you know, in some institutions, they are known as aunties, the teachers, and the students. The initiative got a name, coined Marcus Garvey in Schools. So we met with the principals of the Early Childhood Commission, and we also submitted a reader entitled Garvey Teaches Us, and a financial literacy teacher in Black River. We got a financial literacy program, and with that book, we submitted all of these to the Early Childhood Commission, and it was approved, and we started out the pilot program in 22 schools, 10 in the corporate area, Kingston and St. Andrew, and 12 in the other parishes. So the curriculum includes, but not limited to, civics, values and attitudes, pride in one's skin color, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. This program in the early childhood went for about 4 months. It was, the kids were able to, we presented the pre and the post assessment reports to the Early Childhood Commission, and it was accepted. So last year, we commenced a replication of this initiative in 24 primary schools. We have
Yes.
completed that now, and it was with the same books as it was geared to grade one students in the primary who would have been coming across from the 5-year-olds into primary. And we have 24 of those schools. All of this covered between the early childhood and the primary. We covered over 2,600 students and teachers.
Yes.
And now we're attempting to commence a similar program in the high schools. It has been delayed somewhat because of Hurricane Beryl and the media services who approve the material that we submit. They're just a little bit behind because of the hurricane. So we have not yet commenced the high school program. So in effect, that is really what Marcus Garvey Schools is all about.
Thank you so much, Dr. Julius Garvey. How are you?
Very fine, Big Stone.
I know you've been working assiduously in trying to get your father's work in our school, which you shouldn't be working too hard because he's the greatest black man that was ever born from a woman. And I can say that and attest to that because he has changed my life tremendously. I remember, sir, in 2012 when we met with the then Minister of Education, and he promised that some work was going to be done. So how you feel now, today, 2024, that it is actually going to happen? It has been happening with the pilot program and so on. What are your thoughts now today, sir?
Well, I think we all have to big up a major. He grabbed the baton and did the final leg of the relay and did it in record time. And big up a major. I mean, this is wonderful to see it happening and to see that it will be extended now to the high schools, because this is precisely what Jamaica needs. I mean, Jamaica is a creation of those who went before, and those who went before fought against slavery, fought against colonialism, and gave us our freedom for us to develop a society in which we could be free as individuals and collectively, and share in the prosperity of the island equitably. But that has not happened over time. And because we've veered away, I would say, from our heroes and the roots that they've given us in terms of the Jamaican tree, shall we say, and it has not prospered as it should have prospered. So I think that the roots need to be watered with the history, with the philosophy, with the knowledge of our ancestors, so that our young people can develop understanding who they are, where they have come from, and therefore what their role in life is. And everybody's born really with a genius possibility, but they need to have the ability and the tools to be able to manifest that. And of course, as you know, the central tenet of Garveyism was just that mind creates, and one can use the intelligence of one's mind to create anything that you want out of nature. And with that sort of attitude, in terms of self-reliance, in terms of self-understanding and dignity, I think we'll see a much better Jamaica. Instead of Jamaica going downwards in terms of its values and its virtues, we'll see Jamaica climbing upward and being an example, not just for the Caribbean, but for the whole world. So, really big up to Major and the foundation. I mean, they've done exceptional work. And it's good, too, that the ministry has approved and is working with the Marcus Garvey Schools Foundation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garvey. It takes a lot of work, discipline, determination. But As you mentioned, the Honorable Marcus Garvey teaches how to use the power of the mind. And I can remember one quote, sir, that's stick with me, permanently etched in my mind, when he says, God and nature created us, but we, through our own creative genius, can create whatever we want to be.
Mhm.
Isn't that godlike? Those words to me, sir, is like scriptures.